Ayan, so welcome grade 8. This time we will talk about our next exciting topic for week number 3. Okay, our topic for this week is about types of eruption or volcanic eruption. So in our week 2, we discussed the types of volcanoes. Okay, so ngayon naman, types of volcanic eruption. So hopefully you already familiarize yourself on the three major types of volcano. Ano po? So I am Sir Wawi, your ever curious science buddy. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe para lagi kang updated sa mga susunod pang videos at lessons natin sa grade 8 science. Alright, let's start. So for our learning competency, yan, so magkarugtong po ang week number 2 and 3. Ano? So describe the different types of volcanoes found around the world according to their activity. Okay, so our focus in this week is about the type of eruption and location in the crust. Okay, and for the second one, relate the shape of a volcano's cone to its composition. Ano? So here, okay, mga mamansur pa talastas. So dito po para maging exciting itong lesson na to. Actually nagpagawa ako nung week 1 pa ng mga bulkan sa mga bata. Okay, so local volcanoes like binigyan ko sila ng gagayahin nilang bulkan. Okay, and that volcano is a working volcano wherein magkakaroon po kami ng simulation, okay, sa eruption using a baking soda and vinegar. So, to show how a volcano erupts. Para naman ang mga bata ay medyo, okay, matuwa ng konti. Ano? Ayan, guys, gusto nila lagi yung mga ganong mga pa-effect. So, anyway, okay, let's proceed for our learning objectives. Describe the formation and composition of the magma. Okay, ano po ba yung composition ng magma? Ano yung mga bumubong mga elements? So, we will talk it later. Okay, explain the effect of temperature and composition on its viscosity. Okay, so pag sinabi nating viscosity, the resistance of a substance to flow. Okay, so paano ba nakakaapekto yung temperature at yung composition sa viscosity ng magma? Okay, so relate the characteristics of magma with the type of volcanic eruptions. Okay, ayan, so of course, before we continue, let's have a short review. Ano? So for the review, recall the difference between magma and lava through completing the table below. Okay, so we will try to differentiate, okay, what a magma and a lava is. Ano? So alam ko naman mga anak, kayo ay very familiar na. Okay, so sa magma and lava. But, okay, meron pa ding nalilito. Ano, so paano natin yan gagamitin? Kailan natin sila gagamitin yung mga terms na yan? Ano? Though they are both molten rock, but they are different when it comes to their actual location. Okay, ayan. So when it comes to their location, okay, paano ba sila nagkakaiba when it comes to their location? Saan ba natin makikita ang magma? Actually, okay, so ang magma makikita natin beneath the earth surface, while lava, it can be found above the earth's surface. So they are the same, okay? They are molten rock. But when it comes to their location, okay, they are different. Okay, next, state. What about the state? Okay, saan naman po ito? So pag sinabi nating state, ayan, molten rock within the earth. Okay, so yun yung magma, molten rock or beneath the earth. While lava is a molten rock erupted into the surface. The lava is a molten rock which is produced during volcanic eruptions. Okay, so next, ayan, when it comes to their temperature naman, ano naman yung temperature nito? Okay, pag sinabi nating temperature ng magma, okay, extremely hot, which is up to 1,300 degree Celsius. Napakainit kasi yung nasa ilalim and then yung magma natin is directly malapit siya sa source of heat. Okay, di ba mas malapit siya sa outer core? Okay, and then lava, okay, syempre, remains hot but hindi po pang matagalan na. Kasi nakarating na siya sa Earth's surface, there are factors that will affect the temperature. Okay, so eventually the lava will cool down. Okay, pwede siyang maging new landforms or rocks. Okay, or kasi magsusolidify na siya. What do you mean solidify? From being a molten rock, it will turn into solid because it cools down. Okay, next. Okay, ayan, composition. Ano naman yung composition, okay, ng ating magma? Okay, so ang composition ng magma is made of silicate minerals, okay, may mga gases and other solids. While lava, okay, so yung lava natin, similar composition to magma, but may contain fewer gases. Okay, it contains fewer gases. And then, movement. Paano ba yung movement ng dalawang ito? Ayan, so moves through the Earth's crust. Papatas, no? It rises up. Kumbaga, itong magma, naghahanap siya ng parang simip, yung papasukan or lalabasan. While lava, when it comes to movement, it flows on the Earth's surface kasi nakalabas na siya. Okay, next. What about the effect? Okay, effect naman po ano. So, magma may solidify to form igneous rocks. Sir, ang magma po ba is nagko-cool down din or tumitigas? May chance po ba siyang solidify kahit nasa ilalim pa siya? Okay? Or ito lang po ay mag-solidify pag nasa taas na po? Okay, hindi lang po mga anak. Ang magma possible mag-solidify, especially kahit nasa ilalim pa siya, especially kung sobrang layo na niya doon sa pinaka-source ng heat. Okay, pag wala ng pinaka-source ng heat, wala nang nagme-maintain ng temperature, magsusolidify yan. Okay, while lava, okay, forms volcanic landforms and structures. Eventually, pag talagang lumabas yan, nakarating sa Earth's surface, it will solidify. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, it can form landforms or rocks, okay, kasi titigas yung lava. Okay, next. What about occurrence naman? Okay, so occurrence naman po natin. So here, magma found beneath the Earth's surface. Okay, in magma chambers. Ano? While lava erupts during volcanic activity. Ayan. Next, why do you think magma becomes lava once it reaches the Earth's surface? Very simple naman itong tanong. Ano, once the magma reaches the Earth's surface, of course, it will be called as lava. Okay, yun lang naman yung pinaka-main distinction between the two. How does lava help shape new landforms on Earth? Okay, by cooling and hardening into rocks or landforms. When a lava solidify or harden, okay, in the Earth's surface, it can result in the formation of new landforms or rocks. Okay, ayan. Next. So these are the different types of volcanoes. Hopefully you can still recall cinder volcano, shield volcano, and composite volcano. So here in our next review part, I will show a statement. Okay, my statement and then a picture or example of a volcano. Okay, and then you will try to identify if it is a cinder cone, okay, composite or shield volcano based on the description or the illustration that you can see. Okay, is that clear? Sige, tingnan natin. So, Hawaiian Islands are an example of this type of volcano. Okay, ano bang type ng volcano yung Hawaiian Island? We all know that Hawaiian Island is a chains of island which is formed, okay, in one hot spot. Okay, but because the Pacific Plate moves, okay, it forms a chains of island. Okay, now called as Hawaiian Island. So, itong mga island na to is a volcanic island. Okay, so ano pong type ng volcano yan? Okay, so it's a okay, correct. Shield volcano. Okay, ang shield volcano mga anak is karaniwan pag pumuputok siya, very gentle. Okay, very calm. Wherein yung kanyang paglabas ng magma, okay, and then naging lava na when it reaches the Earth's surface, napaka-gentle yung flowing. Okay, mabilis naman pero gentle. Okay, hindi yung parang violent eruptions talaga na ang daming mga very gentle. Okay, so here, violent explosive eruptions. Ano naman yung bulkan na very violent kung pumutok? It's, okay, it's a composite volcano. Okay, so yung mga composite volcano, very violent. Okay, explosive eruptions talaga. Okay. Next, smallest and most common type. Ito naman yung mga karaniwan, maliliit, at pinakakaraniwang mga bulkan. Okay, correct. It's a cinder cone. Okay. Next, often found on or near a larger volcano. Okay, maliliit lang din. Okay, still it's a cinder volcano. Next, what about this one? Do not often erupt violently. Hindi sila nag-erupt violently. Ano nga yung sabi ko sa inyo? It's a, correct, a shield volcano. Okay, pag gentle, do not erupt violently, it's a shield volcano. Okay, usually with a gentle lava flow. Still, it's a shield volcano. Okay. Next, erupts ash, steam gases, pyroclastic flows, and tephra, very little lava. Okay, so ano po yung pag sinabi nating pyroclastic? Okay, so pag sinabi nating pyroclastic is ejected fragments or debris, okay, pieces, like pieces of rocks, ashes, or volcanic materials. Yun yung pyroclastic flows. And in this topic, okay, pyroclastic flows is one or the most dangerous hazards during volcanic eruptions. Okay, so ano kaya to? It erupts ash. Okay, it's a composite volcano. Ano, so composite talaga. Ito yung mga violent talaga kung pumutok. Mount St. Helens is an example of, okay, it's, ayan, composite pa din. Composite volcano. Next, violent eruption with fiery displays of erupting lava. Okay, it's, ayan, cinder volcano. Okay, violent din po ang mga cinder kung pumutok. Okay, next, Smith volcano is an example of what type of volcano? Okay, it's a cinder volcano. Okay, next. Ayan, so we are done in that part. Now we will proceed in the first activity, fact or bluff. It's like a true or false. So for the objectives, at the end of the activity, the learners have identified which statements related to volcanoes are true or not. So magbibigay ako ng mga statements about volcanoes and you will try to identify if it is a fact or a bluff. Okay, so for the instructions, verify your ideas about volcanoes using the statements below. Under the expectation column, write fact if you think that the statement is true or bluff if it is false. Okay, so are you ready? Sige, let's start. So, all volcanoes erupt violently. Lahat ba ng bulkan pumuputok ng sobrang violent or aggressive? Okay, syempre it's a bluff ano. So, hindi po lahat ng bulkan ay pumuputok ng violently or some eruptions are gentle. Like for example, eruptions of a shield volcano, gentle. It's not always violent. Okay, remember that. Volcanoes are made only of lava. Gawa lang ba sa lava yung volcanoes? Okay, it's not ano, so it's a bluff. Because volcanoes also have ash, gas, and rocks. Okay, next. All volcanoes are cone-shaped with steep sides. Lahat ba ng volcano ay cone-shaped? Okay, hindi po ano. So, it's a bluff. Kasi some are wide and flat, not cone-shaped. Especially yung ating Taal volcano. Hindi naman yung cone-shaped ano, or perfect cone. Next, the largest volcanoes are found on land. Lahat ba ng mga malalaking bulkan sa kalupaan or continental makikita? Okay, actually it's a bluff pa din. Kasi lang malaking vulkan, mostly is makikita natin under the ocean. Okay, the biggest volcanoes are mostly under the ocean. Okay, next. Lava flows are the most dangerous volcanic hazards. Actually, it's not. It's a bluff kasi ang pinaka-dangerous volcanic hazards is pyroclastic flows. Okay, and ash can be more dangerous than lava kasi ito yung paglabas, okay, ng mga ejected fragments, pieces of rocks, ashes, sabay-sabay lahat ng volcanic material. So, it's the most dangerous volcanic hazards. Okay, the pyroclastic flows, not lava flows. Okay, next, all volcanoes have the same dangers. Aha, hindi lahat po ano, hindi lahat ng bulkan 'pag pumutok ay may pare-parehas na volcanic hazards. Okay, kasi nga each volcano has different hazards. Like for example, pwede silang makapag-produce ng mud flow, lava flow, pyroclastic flows, ash fall, or many more depending on their type of eruptions. Okay, next, it is never possible to evacuate people from a volcano. Okay, imposible ba? Okay, actually it's a bluff. People can be warned and evacuated. Lalo ngayon meron tayong books, 'di ba, na warn sa atin kung may mga phreatic eruption ba yung, or activity yung isang bulkan dito sa Pilipinas. Ayan, next, volcanic eruptions only affect local areas. Local areas, let's say pumutok ang Bulkan Taal, Batangas lang ba yung possible maapektuhan? It's a bluff. Ano, actually, volcanic eruptions can affect the whole world. Ash and gases can affect the whole world. Like for example, yung kinikwento nga sa akin ng mama ko, nung pumutok daw yung Mount Pinatubo, alala niya is yung ash nakarating hanggang Romblon. Imagine mo, ang layo na nakarating hanggang Romblon. Okay, so tandaan natin ang volcanic eruptions, hindi lang yung lugar kung saan nakikita yung bulkan ang maaapektuhan. Even, okay, yung mga nearby provinces or even around the world. Especially kung sobrang lakas ng pagsabog. Okay, next. Volcanoes are described according to their shape and type of eruption. Is it a fact or a bluff? Actually, this statement is a fact. Okay, so ang mga bulkan po is kina-classify natin according to their shape and type of eruption. Okay, next, there are no volcanoes in the ocean. Is it a fact about or a bluff? Actually, there is ano, so a bluff to. So many volcanoes are under the ocean. Okay, next. So we are done on that part, fact or bluff. So meron tayong follow-up questions. So which volcanic hazard is usually more dangerous than lava flows and why? Ano nga yung sabi ko sa inyo? Ano yung mas delikado? Is it lava flows? Okay, it's pyroclastic flows because they are fast and hot. Matamaan ka ng debris. Okay, yung lumabas na pieces or ejected fragments, sobrang bilis niyan na pag eject or expel. Okay, diga? So, pag sinabi natin pyroclastic is a pieces or fragments, mga debris, okay, na iba't ibang mga volcanic materials. So, how can a volcanic eruptions affect people living far away from the volcano? Okay. Paano ba na yung isang volcanic eruption makakaapekto doon sa mga tao na malayo doon sa bulkan? Okay, so let's see. Ash can spread and affect air, health, and climate. Okay, so yung kahit malayo ka, kung sobrang lakas ng pagputok, possible maapektuhan ka pa din. Kasi yung ash natin, it can be, um, what do you call this? Transported by the wind, di ba? Okay, yung hangin. Especially kung malakas. Okay, and then ito din ay nagkukos ng yung paglalabo ng kapaligiran kasi ang daming ashes, which is nangyari yun dito sa Batangas. Okay, na-experience ko in last 2020. Okay, so anyway, hopefully, I'm praying na hindi na ulit yun maulit kasi very traumatic. Okay, buti kung yun nga lang, diga, may volcanic eruptions, minsan sinusundan ng mga earthquakes, very ano talaga. Okay, nakaka-trauma yung experience last 2020. Okay, next. So, actually ako ay taga Batangas po. Kaya, ayan, nasabi ko yan. So, activity number 2, World Jumble Challenge, Eruption Edition. So, for our objectives, students will enhance their understanding and key terms related to volcanic eruptions by rearranging jumbled letters to match the given definitions. So, meron tayong PowerPoint presentation. And of course, for the instructions, read the definition carefully. Rearrange the scrambled letters to form the correct word and then write your final answer clearly on the space provided. Okay, so magre-rearrange lang tayo, may definition naman. Okay, so a molten rock which is given off onto the surface of the earth when a volcano erupts. Ano nga yung molten rock? Okay, na nakaabot hanggang earth's surface? Okay, it's lava. Hopefully, you can still remember this word and or term. Next, the molten rock or molten material deep inside the earth. Ano naman yung molten material na nasa ilalim ng earth or beneath the earth? Okay, it's magma, correct. Next, the release of gas, ash, molten materials, or hot water into the atmosphere or onto the Earth's surface from a volcano or another opening in the Earth's surface. Anong tawag dun sa activity na yun? Okay, it's eruption. Okay, so pagputok, ano, pag-release, expel. Okay, next, are those volcanoes that have had or at least one eruption during the past 10,000 years. Again, vulkan daw na nagkaroon ng pagputok at least one eruption during the past 10,000 years. Anong tawag natin sa mga vulkan na yan? Okay, it's active volcanoes. Tatandaan natin. Next, are those that have not erupted for the last 10,000 years. Ano naman yung tawag doon sa mga bulkan na hindi pumutok? Okay, after 10,000 years. Not expected to erupt again in a comparable time scale of the future. Okay, it's inactive. Okay, so next, a measure of material's resistance to flow. Ito, resistance to flow. Okay, resistance. Kumbaga yun yung pumipigil sa pag-flow directly. Resistance to flow eh. It's viscosity. Tatandaan natin. Okay, viscosity. Ano? Yan ay mga property ng isang fluid. Okay, viscosity. Okay, next. A type of magma that contains a lot of iron and magnesium but little silica. It is fluid and flows freely. Okay, ano daw yung type ng magma na madaming composition ng iron and magnesium but napaka-minimal lang yung amount ng silica. Okay, basaltic. Tatandaan natin ha, pag yung magma madaming iron, okay, and magnesium, it's basaltic. Tandaan natin. Next, another type of magma that contains more silica than basaltic. Okay, ito naman ay magma na mas madami ang silica content compare sa basaltic magma. Okay, andesitic. Okay, next, ito naman yung magma na may pinakamadaming silica content. Okay, maraming highest gas content and most viscous magma. Okay, composition. Okay, ito daw yung magma na mataas yung ating gas content, mataas ang silica content, at mataas ang viscosity. Pag mataas ang viscosity, ibig sabihin mabagal yung pag-flow. Kasi di ba ang viscosity is resistance to flow. So pag mataas ang viscosity mo, definitely, mabagal yung pag-flow mo. Okay. So ano kaya to? It's rheolytic. Okay, so hopefully ma-recall natin yung mga words. Next, what do we call molten rock that reaches the Earth's surface? Ano nga yung molten rock na nakarating sa Earth's surface? Correct, it's lava. Okay. Next, which type of volcano is currently erupting or has erupted in the past 10,000 years? Ano yung vulkan na pumutok? Kahit isang beses lang sa loob ng 10,000 years. Okay, it's active volcano. Ano? Next, what is the term for a material's resistance to flow? Ano nga yung resistance to flow or term na ginagamit natin? It's viscosity. Ano? Okay, next, which type of magma contains the highest silica content and is most viscous or mas mataas yung viscosity? Okay, so it's letter C. Ano? Okay, rhyolitic magma. Okay. Next, which of the following volcanic hazards is usually the most dangerous? Ano nga yung pinaka-dangerous volcanic hazards or effect ng volcanic eruptions? Is it lava flow, ash fall, pyroclastic flow, or steam? Lahat naman yan ay dangerous, pero yung pinaka, that's letter C, ano, pyroclastic flow. Okay, so we are done on that activity. Now let's proceed on the next one. Okay, so puro activity kasi to. So if you want to add teachers, if you want to add something, you can. Okay, pwede naman. Pwede isulat sa board, go ahead. Okay, ito lang naman is just a guide on how you will teach, okay, the topic. Okay, next. Fill the gaps, types of volcanic eruptions. So for the objectives, students will identify and understand the different types of volcanic eruptions by completing fill-in-the-blank statements using appropriate key terms. So we have our PowerPoint presentation. For the instruction, read each statement about volcanic eruptions carefully. Second, fill in the blank with the correct term from the word bank provided. And then for the third one, review your answers to ensure they make sense in the context of the statement. Okay, so tingnan natin. Proceed na tayo sa highlight. Ano? Types of volcanic eruptions. Okay. So first, volcanoes are classified according to their manner of eruption. Naka-classify naman talaga according to their manner of eruption. One of this is the blank, also known as hydrothermal eruption. It is a steam-driven eruption that happens when hot rocks meet water. Okay, this type of eruption is short-lived, characterized by ash columns, but it may signal the beginning of a larger eruption. Okay, sometimes called as hydrothermal. Ano kaya yan? It's phreatic. So let's explain this first type of eruption. So tinatawag din siyang hydrothermal eruption. Okay, kasi nga it is a steam-driven eruption that happens when hot rocks or the molten rocks meet water. Okay, kumbaga dito sa ating phreatic eruption. Okay, mayroon tayong mainit na magma plus nilagyan mo ng tubig tapos biglang singaw. Okay, mainit na magma plus tubig biglang singaw. Okay, and then after nun sumabog dahil sa steam. Okay, hindi dahil sa lava. Nagkaroon ng eruption not because of the lava but because of the steam. Okay, walang lumabas na magma during the phreatic eruption. Walang lumalabas na magma. It's puro usok lang. Okay, pwedeng may bato or putik. Ganon. Okay, parang, okay, imagine niyo lang mga anak, meron tayong mainit na kawali. Okay, mainit na kawali ha. Then, binuhusan mo bigla ng tubig. Okay, biglang singaw. Parang ganun yung phreatic eruptions. Okay, so at ang phreatic eruption, pwede rin daw siyang maging signal or maging signal para dun sa pagsisimula ng mas malakas na pagputok. Which is ginagawa nitong Bulkang Taal. May phreatic eruption pero hopefully naman wala na yung kasunod na malakas na pagputok kasi nakakatakot. Okay. Next, another type is the blank. A violent eruption. Violent, ha? Caused by the contact between water and magma. Meron namang contact, okay, of water and magma. This results in a towering column of very fine ash and high-speed sideways, okay, emissions of pyroclastic materials called base surges. Ano naman siya? Okay, it's phreatogmatic eruption. So, ano naman yung tinasabi nating phreatogmatic eruption? So, dito, meron din yung tubig, may magma. Tapos, pinagsama natin is equal to malakas na pagsabog. Okay? Pero dito, mismo yung magma ang sumasabog dahil sa contact sa tubig. Hindi na yung nagkaroon ng, hindi na yung sa steam. Okay? May kasama ng magma. Okay? So, tandaan natin dito, may kasama ng magma yung pagsabog. And another, it also produces ash. Okay, bukod sa ashes, steam, okay, and may mga fragmented lava na din. Dito sa phreatogmatic eruption. Okay, so para ditong mga anak, imagine niyo meron tayong mainit na mantika, then binuhusan mo ng tubig. Okay, parang ganun. Phreatomagmatic eruption. Okay, so next, there is also the blank, a periodic eruption that ranges from weak to violent and is characterized by lava fountains, just like what occurred in the Arazo volcano in Costa Rica. So, from weak to violent, okay, meron diyang ranges periodic. Pag sinabi natin periodic, sunod-sunod, ranges malina to violent. Okay, at may mga lava fountains or lava rocks na lumalabas, nakikita. Okay, parang glowing. Okay, papataas. So, ano pa ito? It's a strombolian eruption. Ano ba yung strombolian eruption na tinatawag? Diyan. So, very simple mga anak. Maliit na pagsabog na paulit-ulit. Okay, di ka periodic paulit-ulit. Okay, and then nagpapalipad yan ng mga lava blobs or yung lava fountains. Okay, or glowing rocks. Okay, pero hindi siya sobrang lakas. Hindi naman siya sobrang lakas. Parang fireworks lang, na putok-putok pero hindi grabe. Alam mo yung fireworks na parang mini fireworks na putok-putok lang. Pero hindi naman yung super grabe. Okay, ganun sa strombolian eruption. Okay, next. Another type is the blank where the tall eruption columns reaching up to 20-kilometer high are formed, accompanied by pyroclastic flows and ash. Fall tepras similar to the Paricutin volcano in Mexico. Ano kaya to? It's volcanic eruption. So, meron ditong tall eruption columns reaching up to 20-kilometer high are formed. Okay, ano kaya na-form diyan? Dito kasi sa volcanian, okay, actually, ang tatandaan natin, ang daming mapuproduce nitong mga ash. Okay, ito'y big, okay, malaki, pero sobrang bilis lang, pero malakas na pagsabog. Okay, malakas na pagsabog. Okay, nakakapag-produce ito ng makapal na ulap kasi nag-produce ng madaming ash. Okay, and rocks. Okay, mas malakas itong volcanian compare sa strombolian eruption. Okay, isang malakas na sabog na may napakaraming abo. Yun ang ating tatandaan sa volcanian eruption. Okay, next. Finally, the blank is an excessively explosive type of eruption that releases large amounts of gas and pyroclastic materials as observed during the eruption of Mount Pinatubo in Zambales. Okay, so ano kaya ito? It's Plinian. Actually, ang Plinian natin, ito yung pinaka-dangerous type of eruption. Okay, bakit po? Ito yung pinakamalaki at pinakadelikado. Okay, napakalaking pagsabog nito mga anak kasi napakataas ng ash column na talagang aabot hanggang atmosphere. Okay, and then nagpapalabas din ito ng napakaraming ash, gas, okay, and pyroclastic flows or debris. Okay, mga pieces of rocks, volcanic materials, lahat-lahat na. Okay, kumbaga ito yung world-class explosion. Okay, pinakamalakas sa lahat which is nangyari noong 1991 sa Zambales, gawa ng Mount Pinatubo. Okay, nakakatakot. So, among the different types of volcanic eruptions mentioned, which do you think poses the greatest danger to people and why? Okay, nasabi ko naman, it's a Plinian eruption. Ano? Because it is extremely explosive and releases huge amounts of gas, ash, and pyroclastic materials. So, okay, classify natin into two yung mga types of volcanic eruption. Okay, they can be classified into two. It's either effusive or explosive. Ano naman ang pagkakaiba ng effusive and explosive? Pag sinabi natin effusive, flowing out. Okay, kung baga, yung magma, mainit, okay, and runny. Mababa ang viscosity nito. And then, siyempre, pag mababa yung viscosity, mabilis yung flow. Okay. So, dito sa effusive, lava comes out gently. Yun lang. Gentle and forms broad-wide volcanoes. After nito, makakabuo ng mga broad volcanoes kasi nga gentle yung flow ng lava pag nag-solidify and makakadagdag sa layer. Example nito ay lava flows in Hawaii. Yung mga Hawaiian island, effusive yun. Okay, Strombolian eruption is an example of effusive. Pag sinabi naman natin explosive, ito boom, yun yung pinakamalakas. At ito yung may contains na ang magma nito is very thick, very sticky, high viscosity. Ibig sabihin pag high viscosity, mabagal yung flow. Okay, pressure build up until the volcano explodes violently. Okay, dito sa ating explosive eruption, nakakapag-produce ng mga ash, pyroclastic materials, and strong blast. Okay, example ng mga eruptions under explosive phreatic, volcanic, Plinian, and phreatomagmatic eruptions. Ayan, so location in the crust. Okay, yung ating Hawaiian Strombolian eruption is makikita ito sa divergent plate boundaries. Okay, tingnan natin yung movement ng mga plate boundaries na yan using arrows. Okay, and then phreatic, volcanic, Plinian, and phreatomagmatic is makikita naman ito sa convergent plate boundaries. Okay, tingnan natin yung mga arrows movement ng plate boundaries. Next, so volcanoes around the world erupt in different ways. It erupts in different ways. In the Philippines, the Taal volcano and Mayon volcano once showed a phreatic eruption, di ba? Phreatic eruption is a steam-driven and often a sign of a bigger explosion. And then far away in Hawaii, the Kilauea volcano produced a Hawaiian eruption in 1959 at its Kilauea Iki crater, where lava flowed gently kasi nga mostly ang volcano sa Hawaii is shield. Okay, in Mexico, the Paricutin volcano erupted from 1943 to 1952 with a Strombolian eruption, creating bursts of lava fountains. Okay, meanwhile, in Japan, the Sakurajima volcano is famous for its volcanic eruption kasi nag-produce to ng maraming abo. Okay. And then lastly, the Philippines witnessed history in 1991 when Mount Pinatubo in Zambales unleashed a Plinian eruption, which is considered as the second largest volcanic eruption of the 20th century. Okay. So, multiple choice muna tayo. Check natin kung may natutunan. Which type of eruption is caused by steam and was observed in Taal and Mayon volcanoes? Correct. Phreatic. Ano? Second, where did the Hawaiian eruption occur in 1959? Saang place? It's letter B, the Kilauea Iki crater in Hawaii. Next, which eruption was the second largest of the 20th century? Okay, letter C, Plinian. Okay, Pinatubo volcano. Next, okay, so we're done on that. Punta naman tayo dun sa mga hazards or effects ng volcanic eruptions. So, mind the blanks volcanic hazards in focus. So, students will recognize and understand the different volcanic hazards by completing fill-in-the-blank sentences using the correct scientific terms. So, meron tayong PowerPoint presentation. Read each statement about volcanic hazards carefully. Choose the correct word from the word bank to complete the blank. Write your answer clearly and review if it fits the meaning of the sentence. So, sige. So, types of volcanic hazards. So, describe natin. Volcanic hazards also arise from these activities posing threats to people and property. One such hazard is the blank, which consists of pulverized rocks. Pulverized, mga durug-durug, sand and gritty volcanic glass ejected into the air during eruption. Correct. It's ash. Okay. Or volcanic ash. Next, another is the blank, a mixture of water, molten rocks, and debris that flows down the volcano slopes to the ground, also called a lahar. Okay, may molten rocks. Okay, it's correct. Mad flow. Okay, sige, mad flow or lahar. Nangyari ang lahar flow nung kailan nga ito? Pumutok ang Mount Pinatubo. Ayan, nagkaroon din ng mad flow. Okay, next. The blank refers to streams of molten rock and fragmented materials emitted during eruptions, while the blank are fast-moving, extremely hot mixtures of gas, ash, and molten rocks that surge away from the volcano, devastating everything in their path. Okay. So, una, the lava flow refers to streams of molten rock. Okay, streams of molten rocks and fragmented materials. While, okay, pyroclastic flows are fast, extremely hot mixtures of gas, ash, and molten rocks that surge away from the volcano. Yung kumbaga sabay-sabay na lumabas yun. Kaya nga, pyroclastic flow is very dangerous. Okay, kasi sobrang bilis lang din ito. Okay, next. Which volcanic hazard is also called lahar? Okay, it's mad flow. Ano? Which volcanic hazard consists of fast-moving, extremely hot mixture of gas, ash, and rocks? Okay, pyroclastic flow. And so volcanic eruption cause and effect? Cause we have lava. And its effect burns and destroy everything it touches. Sobrang init niyan. Okay, steam. Its effect causes burns and breathing problems. Okay. Fragmented debris or tephra. We have damages, houses, and injures living things. Okay, next, dissolved gases. Toxic can suffocate humans and animals. Ash irritates eyes and skin. Eyes, skin, and lungs, and it can harm crops. Okay, so those are some of the volcanic eruptions cause and effect. And next, which among these rocks came from volcanoes? Saan dyan sa mga yan ang galing sa vulkan? Okay, we have basalt, pumice, rhyolite, scoria, dacite. Okay, so those are example of rocks that comes from volcano. So ito naman yung elements and composition of magma. May oxygen, silicon, aluminum, iron, calcium, sodium, potassium, magnesium, and others. Actually, oxygen yung may pinakamadami ano? Okay, doon sa magma. Followed by silicon. Okay, so next, okay, composition of the three types of magma, the basaltic magma, andesitic magma, rhyolitic magma. When it comes to viscosity, basaltic has low viscosity, andesitic is intermediate, and rhyolitic is high. When it comes to temperature, 1000 degrees Celsius to 1200 degrees Celsius for basaltic, andesitic is 900 to 1000 degrees Celsius, while rhyolitic is 750 degrees Celsius to 900 degrees Celsius. Yun yung temperature. Gas content naman is 1 to 2% yung sa basaltic, 3 to 4% yung sa andesitic, and 4 to 6% yung sa rhyolitic. Silica content, mas mababa yung sa basaltic which is 50% lang, 60% lang yung sa andesitic, at pinakamadami ang rhyolitic which is 70% silica content. Explosiveness, least explosive po ang basaltic. Intermediate po ang andesitic. And rhyolitic is the most explosive. Okay, so tandaan yung ating pinaka um, chart. Okay, in elements and composition of magma. Okay, for our activity number 5, spot the volcano, active or inactive. So students will analyze volcanoes in the Philippines through pictures and descriptions and categorize them correctly as active or inactive. So observe the picture of the volcano and listen carefully to the short description given by the teacher. Recall the features that determine whether a volcano is active or inactive. Then decide and write your answer by categorizing the volcano as active or inactive. Okay, so let's continue. Ayan, so volcanoes in the Philippines. First, we have Mount Mayon, which erupting with glowing lava. Okay, Mount Mayon erupted last February 2024 and considered as one of the most active volcano here in the Philippines. Ano, Mount Mayon. Okay, next, we have ash clouds rising from Mount Bulusan. Okay, Mount Bulusan also erupted in January 2022. So, itong dalawa, Mayon and Mount Bulusan is considered as active volcano here in the Philippines. Next, Mount Taal releasing smoke and ash over the lake. Okay, Mount Taal had eruptions in July 2021 and January 2020. Active, very active. Okay, peaceful green mountain of Mount Makiling with hikers. Okay? Mount Makiling has no known eruption in history. Okay? Kaya kino-consider natin siya as inactive. Okay? So, classified lang siya as potentially active or inactive volcano according to PBOX. Pero wala nang historical record ng eruption ng ating Mount Makiling. Kaya ito yung madalas na hiking site, okay, ng mga hikers na ano. Next, we have Mount Batulao. Okay, with climbers along the trail. Okay, caption or for it, Mount Batulao is a popular hiking destination. Okay. So dito sa Mount Batulao, kino-consider na din siya as inactive kasi po wala itong record ng historical eruptions. Okay. Kinaklasify na siya ng PBOX as inactive. And then we have Mount Arayat. Ayan. So ang Mount Arayat is covered by forest. Okay. Mount Arayat is also an inactive volcano and a tourist spot. Okay. So ang ating Mount Arayat is sinasabi dito may record na siya ng eruption. Pero huling aktibong pagsabog nito ay matagal na, which is very hindi na siya recent. Ano, may potential pa rin itong magkaroon ng activity, which is binabantayan nga ng PHIVOX. Okay? And then, kinaklassified na lang siya as strato volcano, wherein active, pero parang inactive. Ganon. Okay. Like yung sa Mount Apo natin. Ano? Okay. Next, what can you say about the what can you say about the volcanoes presented? Okay, some are active and some are not, or some erupted and some don't. Ano? Next, how can you categorize the volcanoes based on their eruption history? I can categorize them as active or inactive. Ayan, formative assessment na tayo mga nakshis. Okay, dito sa formative assessment, syempre, okay, mag-check tayo whether you learned something from our discussion. Meron nga ba? Okay, sige. So viscosity is a measure of a material's resistance to flow, which does not affect the viscosity, of a magma. Location of magma. Okay, wala naman pa kaya ang location of magma sa viscosity. Okay, temperature of the magma. Okay, pwede. Okay, chemical composition of the magma. Okay, presence of dissolved, um, presence of dissolved gases in the magma. Okay, what is the correct answer here? Okay? Ano ba daw yung nakakaapekto sa viscosity ng viscosity is a measure of material's resistance to flow, which does not rather, di ka nga, wala naman talagang pake ang location. So, it's letter A. So, sinabi ko na pala yung sagot. Next, number 2, which is true about the composition of magma. Okay, so letter A, it contains ash, dust, and lava. B, it contains dissolved gases only. Okay, C, it contains fragmented rocks only. And D, okay, it contains both dissolved gases and fragmented materials. It's letter D. Ano, yung composition ng ating magma. May gases and may fragmented materials. Okay, next, number 3. Several kilometers from a volcano, a geologist observes an old lava flow made up of a dark-colored basalt rock. The geologist infers that the lava must have had blank. It's letter A, low viscosity. Bakit kaya? Kasi yung mga basaltic lava, okay, meron silang very, okay, low silica content. Okay, kaya mabilis itong dumadaloy at mababa yung kanilang viscosity. So, paano nalaman, okay, ng mga geologists na low yung viscosity niya? Okay, kasi nga, it has low silica content. Okay, pag low silica content yung isang bato, okay, low yung kanyang viscosity. Pag mataas yung kanyang silica content, high yung kanyang viscosity. Okay, so nung nirelease sila, pag mababa yung viscosity mo, low viscosity, mabilis yung flow mo. Pero pag mataas yung viscosity mo, mabagal yung flow mo. Okay, hopefully hindi na to that. Okay, next, number 4, which type of lava will offer the least resistance to flow? Okay, ano kaya number 4? It's letter B, basaltic. Ano, least resistance to flow. Kasi nga, ang mga basaltic ay, ano po, mabibilis yung flow. Least resistance. Kasi mababa yung kanilang silica content. Okay, next. The magma in the chamber of a volcano has a very high amount of silica. If the volcano would erupt, which might happen? Actually, itong 5, ang daming possible answer. Okay, high amount of silica. Di ka, mataas yung silica. So, ibig sabihin, pag umano yung lava, it would flow very slowly kasi mataas yung viscosity niya. Possible ito. Okay. The volcano would erupt violently. Possible din. Ito yung mga pinaka-often, okay, cases. Okay. Or there would be a buildup of pressure below the crater. Pwede rin. Okay. Pero yung best answer daw dito according to our uh, lesson exemplar is letter C. The volcano would erupt non-explosively. Okay. Which might happen lang naman. Yun lang yung ano natin. Okay. Ano? Next. Which is not a common gas in magma? It's letter A, ano, methane gas. Hindi yan common. Carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and water vapor are very common composition of magma. So, ito naman yung composition na ating parnasan kanina. Okay, based on this, we will have a question. So, which type of magma has the lowest chemical and gas content? Of course, basaltic. Ano? Next, which statement is not true based on from the given data in the table? A, or 1, higher silica content allows magma to trap more gas. True. Viscosity increases with increasing temperature of the magma. Mhm. It's false. Ano viscosity increases with increasing temperature in the magma. Okay, so dito, it's false then. Or number 4, the more silica in the magma, the more viscous or resistant to flow it is. Okay, so true to. So the correct answer is 2 and 3, which is letter D. Okay, next. What can be inferred about the silica content and temperature of magma if it has a low viscosity? Okay, so ang sagot natin for number 9 ay letter C, a low silica content and high temperature. Okay, yun po yung ating nakaka-apekto dun sa viscosity ng magma. Okay, water vapor is one of the dissolved gases released by erupting volcano. It is present in large amounts and it's considered harmless. When will it become harmful to living things and environment? Kailan magiging harmful yung ating water vapor? Okay, it's letter D. When it combines with other dissolved gases. Okay, so hopefully you learned something for our discussion grade 8 and thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video.